we've gotten a report today that we have 36 families, 103 total people. Don't have the exact numbers on school-age children, but that's something that we do track, and we've asked the National Guard team to help us with that. Matter of fact, they just wrapped up a meeting with our National Guard team here a few minutes ago, met their OIC, Captain Scott, that officer in charge, and real good team. They're doing great work. We're coordinating assets in the community from the faith-based, the charitable organizations, the non-governmental organizations like the Hockomock Y, to work with them for anything that the state might not be providing. Again, no funding for municipalities, so we have very limited response here, but we're keeping an active, finger on the situation at all times.
We're sitting in your office on Tuesday. Monday, Governor Maura Healey held a press conference saying, we're going to have to shut the doors at the end of the month, and we need help from the federal government.
I absolutely agree with the governor on this one, but I think the governor kind of came to the realization that we did, almost as soon as the start. There was a limit to the number of people that we could effectively help and support here, and that if you just kept putting people in and not thinking about how you were doing it, it was going to create undue pressure on the community. I think the Commonwealth is going to be facing some funding issues around this entire program, and they're looking for the federal government to step up, right? So we need the federal government to do their job and help resolve this problem.
I know one of your concerns from day one was, okay, they're here. If they're here, they're part of North Attleboro, but they also need something to do. Any word on the work visas?
No, nothing yet. So this is like our number one issue, and I every opportunity I get, I speak with our elected representatives, both at the state and the federal level. Work authorization is going to be a key. I mean, nothing worse than having 103 people, with some of them that have the capability to work, the desire to work, right, and not being able to pay back into the systems that's help supporting them. Work authorizations, work permits, are top of our priorities. The quicker they can expedite this and get that into their hands, right? I know we have employers here in town in North Attleboro that, could hire them today, right? And begin having them pay back into these systems that are supporting them. So I hope that they are able to get that. That still remains our number one issue.
With everything that's going on in Washington, that's probably unlikely, though.
Yeah, I was kind of tuning into the speaker vote a little bit earlier. Didn't look good. Hopefully they'll get something figured out, but they have to act. They must act, right? Otherwise, this problem is not going to go away.
Is there anyone watching this who's a longtime North Attleboro resident who can somehow help these people in need, because they are people in need?
Yeah, so here's what I say. Look, let me answer that in two ways. First, I've met the majority of these migrants. I haven't met the new families yet. I did not see anybody that was starving, malnourished, right, suffering from any kind of deprivation, but there are some needs, right? The Guard is in place there. We're working through the Guard. The Commonwealth set that up. If you want to work with your local church, faith-based organization, charitable activity, non-governmental organization, the Hockomock Y, work with them. It'll get to the migrants, and their families as it's needed. So the Guard on the ground will identify if there's a need or a shortfall, a gap, and then we'll use that organization to help respond to that if there's a need. The majority of this relies on the Commonwealth. They're funding, they're providing the funding, they're going to do it.